I got to meet people who knew her. They always said that, the greatest thing about Tracy was the way that she treated her patients. I met Tracy in my senior year. Tracy was the first person of her family to go to school. She's from the east side of Buffalo, which people tend to have a little bit more of financial challenges there. She worked for everything that she got. She had to pay her way through school. And I think that really inspired me when I met her, because it just showed just her fortitude and her passion for what she did. She really, really wanted to be a nurse. That's all she wanted to do.
I think over the years there have been ups and downs in terms of the number of nurses. And even in the last 10 years, we've been looking ahead, realizing that our population is aging. We will have a higher percentage of people who are aging, but that doesn't mean they're aging and healthy. And right now our nursing workforce is aging. And so we know that more nurses will be retiring. So we really have to find ways to encourage very smart men and women to become nurses.
Nurses are such an important part of the healthcare team. They are the closest to the patient. They're closer than the doctors are. They're closer than anybody. They have the most contact with them.
It's not enough to be a very smart person. You have to also have that feeling of compassion and empathy towards the people you're working with.
UB gave me a foundation for success, and I think the same thing can be applied to any of the programs here at the University of Buffalo. We need to make that accessible for our students, and if I can do that, if I can help somebody to clear that path, who has that passion, who can match that with the skills that UB provides, I need to do that.
We've been just so delighted since 2015 that Bob Wheeler and his family have been willing to provide our students with scholarship funds and showing how wonderful Tracy was and what it meant to her to be a nurse.
The main thing that a scholarship gives is peace of mind. I wouldn't be able to focus on my studies to engage myself in the nursing curriculum the way that UB meant for it to be. Having somebody believe in me to give me some financial support so that I can be able to stand on my feet and focus on being a good nurse so that I can pass on the care that I give. You want to make that person proud.
We're looking for donors who understand that they want to provide support for students, for faculty. They're not providing it for an institution, they're not providing it for a school, they're providing it for other people.
I hope they chase their dreams. I hope that they remember that there was a person who unfortunately isn't with us anymore, that it was her inspiration that said, you really need to make sure that people have access to this training.
We're so thankful to have friends like Bob who are willing to share with our students so that they can take what they're learning now and really make a difference in people's lives.